I had considered just starting all this from that first save just so I don't have that death on the list, but it really doesn't matter too much as I've beaten so much of this game now. Okay, let's make sure we have everything we need. Okay. Okay, those are flame rounds, I think. Yeah, we've got a lot of flame rounds here. Okay, just 4. Now, in this part, I've noticed it's kind of a balancing act, even with as many space as I have here, to really get the most out of this part. You want to have room for the items, because if you know, depending on how thoroughly you kick this monster's butt, there will be lots of items left over for you to pick up. So, so if you want to get the most out of it, then you want to really keep open spaces. Now, the shotgun's really powerful for when he falls off the wall and you want to come up and shoot him, but also flame rounds do a lot of continuous damage as well. So this part can be, it's not hard as much as it's kind of fickle a little bit. Like, you want to make sure that you set it up so that you're definitely causing as much damage but not wasting supplies, and then you want to leave room for supplies. So I only have 3 empty spots here. I don't think I'm going to need the, I don't think I need this for this part. Okay, so now 4 spots, that's probably okay. I'm going to be running through some of the ammo, and also there's some bad guys on this. Now, when you come through here, there are a couple ways to handle this part. You can kill them all, that's cool. Or you can only focus on the ones towards the end here. See, I just ran past all of them. Now there are a handful of guys up here. Ah, okay, of course, yeah. It's too close to the guy. Alright. Now, there's a herb combo up here. Now, one thing I kind of got used to doing in this game is just kind of ignoring the knife. Although, knife runs are common. People want to, you know, can I beat the whole entire game with nothing but a this or that or the other? But what I do is I end up just not even ever using the knife in the game, I don't think. Now, in RE2, the knife is a kind of a neat little helper, in that whenever someone grabs you or anything like that, you can kind of knife them to get them off of you. So, and I don't know, I don't think that's how this, I don't think that ever happens in this game. So now I've got my explosive rounds ready. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to flame rounds, because I think they cause a little more damage against them in this state. But you definitely want those mine rounds ready, and I thought I'd have more of those at this point. So maybe I didn't pick up some mine rounds somewhere. I like to skip as many unnecessary cutscenes as possible And right here is one. You can skip that. And just hit him in the face. I've heard people say that you want to wait till the flames go out before you shoot him again with the flame round. And I don't know. I don't know if that's actually 100% accurate. Not 100% sure on that one. There's a point where he's going to howl. He's going to freak out and howl at you. That's when you want to get your mine rounds ready. So him screaming is, get out, there you go. Now, mine rounds, you want to just kind of put one there. Okay. Switch to your shotgun. Then you run up and shoot this little nasty thing popping out of him. Whatever parasite thing. Oh, okay. Switching back to mine rounds. And why not? With a flame explosive round. He's probably not happy about that. Okay. And again. There. Crap. Give you some flame round sandwich there. Okay. I'm missing a lot. There we go. See, the flames eventually took hold. Now. You definitely want to go get the mine rounds first, okay? And a little secret to freeing up space is to load the most rounds, if you can, into your gun. So that should help free up some space. I've got 4 spaces now. There are shotgun rounds. You want to kind of be careful here about what you grab and when and how. Because, like, okay, I know I want shotgun rounds, and then here's shotgun rounds, and there's some ammo, and then you got your healing items. So I'm going to get the shotgun rounds, check my stuff. Okay, so now I want to, and I don't know why it doesn't automatically do this, but I want to combine the rounds, and then to free a space, load my shotgun. Now there are 2 spaces free. Okay, and now I know I can get the handgun ammo. Load the handgun. And I'm just going to take this. Oh, I can't. See, I thought I was down. Oh, I've got my recovery going. That's what was doing that gradual healing effect there while I was running. Now, there are 2 stages of fine. There's kind of like a fatigued, slightly perturbed fine, and then there's the everything is great racing green fine, and of course with the healing coin you're just going to be fine. You'll be totally great. So you want to make sure to get all the prizes here. Now, so just because it says fine doesn't mean you have taken no damage. And when you're using a recovery coin, then your damage is gradually healed. Now here she gets injected, she's harmed, and we get to go back to Carlos, who finds her, decides he's going to save her no matter what. So they're going to go to the hospital, find Dr. Bard, who is a thorn in Umbrella's side because he knows what's going on. Okay, now I've got my shooter here. I've got the same stuff I had left over. Now, of course, you can use, once you've unlocked the shop, I recommend one of the first things you want to buy once you've unlocked that shop is either a full, what am I trying to say here? An infinite ammo handgun. Now, okay, let me rewind a little. The first time you beat this game and open the shop, there's a good chance you have unlocked a lot of bonuses in the game. When you unlock the bonuses, when you beat the bonus specifications, the requirements, I mean, then you're going to get a lot of bonuses, a lot of money. With that money, you get to decide what you want to buy. Now, this is semi-deceptive in that
I'll go on ahead.
you will not get as easy that amount of money later. So as you're going along in the game, you're going to be you'll beat it and be like, oh, okay, great, I've beaten it once. What do I buy? The shop's unlocked. What do I want to buy? Well, if you buy the wrong things first, you're going to have a really hard time getting the rest of the stuff later because you'll have much less money to deal with. So, I recommend getting either a infinite ammo handgun or gun if you can, if you want, and a either recovery coin or if you're brave, a offense coin. The coin for offense raises your power. Now, I've played through the game on hardcore mode with 2 offense coins and 2 recovery coins. And you're pretty much going to heal so rapidly that if you can get away from the bad guys, you're good. And you'll also cause so much damage that, you know, nothing's really a threat. So getting those coins helps significantly. You want to definitely get the coins. And some kind of, now, of course, if you're one of these people, and I was like this with Resident Evil 2. Okay, with Resident Evil 2, even though you can get infinite guns unlocked, for some reason I felt kind of bad about using the infinite guns, the infinite ammo guns, and I don't know why. I mean, I went through the game, you know, with the infinite chain gun, and it's really not very challenging. I would say that if you get really easily frustrated by the lickers or by Mr. X or whatever, then
Dr. Bard, are you in there? I'm here to rescue you.
You can use that and just mow everything down.
Voice match? What kind of sci-fi bullshit is this?
So you may not, you may not think that it's right to just use an infinite weapon to just run straight through the game. Now, with this game, I think it makes sense because the game is harder, especially the bosses. It's significantly more difficult, and so when you finally beat it, and then you unlock the chance to buy infinite weapons, I was like, okay, thanks, finally. Now, the first things I bought, and this is more because of my being a firearms aficionado. I love the Beretta 92F, and I think it's an amazing gun. I like the 1911 much, much better. I think it's totally silly that Leon fires the 1911 gangster style, like side hand style, like a punch. He fires it like, you know, like, he fires it kind of like side hand, like that. I don't get my hand in here. I can't get my hand in here because it's zoomed in too much. But he fires it side hand like a gangster. He doesn't fire it like he's aiming the weapon, which is silly. And there's a bunch of weapons. Okay, one thing about this hospital is because Jill and Carlos are both doing the missions in this area, the items that Carlos picks up are Carlos's, and the items that Jill picks up are Jill's. If you want to leave items for Jill, then you can. You can say, I'm not going to pick this or that or the other up, and then they'll be left over for Jill when you play as her. There is a cache of grenades in that room back there, and it does help Jill to leave them for her, but it can also help Carlos depending on how you're going to handle the game. There's a specific part of the game where you're, to get the stuff you need to progress, you have to face two of the hunters at the same time. Here's when you see a hunter, I think, for the first time. Maybe he runs across there or something. Over here's a save room. So you have to kind of bear that in mind, is if you just eat up all the items with Carlos and you think maybe Jill might need some items, then you don't want to use them all up with him. Now, certain things are not going to be here for Jill, like the machine gun rounds, because she doesn't use a machine gun. Okay, so yeah, there are certain areas though where there are grenades and handgun ammo and stuff like that, where it might seem more logical to leave those behind for Jill. Okay, I guess I didn't put my scope on the gun in this one. Let's see. I'll go ahead and do that just for fun. Now the hunters are tough in this game. Now, if you've played Resident Evil Revelations, there's a part where you're actually, you're Parker, who is Jill's partner on the Queen Lenovia, and he has a battle axe strapped to his back. And when I first started fighting the hunters in that game, I realized that that they were pretty tough when you're shooting them, right? The hunters. They were complicated. But then I decided one day I would just try to use Parker's battle axe that's on his back to try to take down some of those hunters. Now when I fight those hunters, I will primarily just hack them with Parker's battle axe. I won't even shoot them because it's not necessary. So they are harder in this game than in previous incarnations of Resident Evil. They're tough and they're mean. Now Jill crawls through there later. Okay, let me get a bearing here real quick. At the roof, records room. I gotta go through the staff room with the key, which means I have to jump over the wall to get the key. That's what you have to do right here. And is it here or over there? I think it's over there. Yeah, it's here. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's the key. Now when I was doing my little speed run kind of mode of this game and trying to beat it as fast as I could, there were parts where I would just skip everything with Carlos and run through it as fast as I could. he makes things kind of easier to skip over, especially if you have an infinite machine gun. It's very easy. But, you know, it all depends. It's all how you choose to play. If you say I want all the ammo for every weapon, then getting things done with any sense of brevity is very difficult. So if you want to handle the final boss with the Magnum, for instance, then get ready to have a difficult time, because you're going to have to learn what items to skip and which ones to pick up. I got a phone call. All right. Got a call from my son. So yeah, here we go. Now I get to unlock this door. Now this room is tricksy. It's like a hobbit. It's tricksy. Okay, this door is a bad guy. This one right here. But this door is your key card. And they want you to accidentally hit that door so that the zombie comes out and bites you. So, like I said, it's tricksy. Okay. So I can discard this. And I think I'm getting ready to have my first hunter encounter here. Yeah, right here. I'm going to skip this part. It's really good to just stay away from him, because, you know, his claws are bad. Now, this part is smart right here. You come around this, wait a minute, make sure I'm doing this right. Is it this way? No, it's that way. Okay, yeah. You come around this way. Now there's another one that wants to get you. Okay. And here he is, I think. I don't see him. But anyway, I just jump here. And that grip, you'd never believe how much a grip improves your weapon. That grip, when you're using the normal machine gun that he has, and I don't think you can't add it. Yeah, you can't add it. It's already on this one. This one doesn't have the scope, but it is upgraded significantly. Okay, let me see here. I got to think about what I'm doing now. Okay, yeah, there's lab reception. There's the operating room. So yeah, I think oh, I have to get the tape. Yeah, that's the next part, is the tape. So I'll go in here. Now in here is the place where, if you want, you can leave some stuff there for her. Okay? But I'm going to go ahead and grab it up for myself. It's basically, who do you want to kill the hunters when you go to get the tape with the doctor's little comment on it. So you're using his voice to get in through that door. I feel, what am I doing here? You're using his voice to get in through the door. The tape with his voice on it is the room with the hunters. So yeah, let me see here. Yeah, here we go. The linen room. That's where I want to go. And so I need to go into the nurse's station. Best thing to do here is get on the other side here and then turn around. Because when this guy comes through, you know, you're basically giving yourself kind of a funnel with which to sort them out. What is this one? I think this one's only 2 numbers. Let me look here. I've got this written down. But I saw this and was like, wait a minute. This one is only 2 numbers. Yeah, it is. It's 9-3. Yeah. You had a lot of fun with that one. And it's the double mag. Again, making the... my inventory is full. It won't be full in a second though, because I'm going to use this card, but it makes the gun, his machine gun, that much more amazing. To have this 64 round. Let's see how much I can miss this zombie. Oh wait. Oh, and yeah, there's a grenade in that room. In case you don't want to get all the weapons from that operating room, maybe if you want to leave it for Jill, then I think there's a grenade in there. That you can pick up. Yeah, right there. So there's another grenade. That's if you want to deal with these 2 hunters with a grenade. I'll leave it for maybe Jill. Maybe I'll remember it and get it with Jill. Okay, so now here's your 2 hunters. I'm going to be a little picky and put that left, just so I'm following my normal protocol. There they are. They're in that room, and they will open the door. That's another thing about them that's maybe different, is they'll open the door on you. Yeah, they'll open the door after you mess with them. Now, they will open the door, but they'll also claw you really fast once you open that door. So, a good thing to do, it's a Jill door, is unlock this door. Now, Jill's, you want to backtrack because you're leaving a door that's on the other side of that. So. Okay, they're not giving me a chance here. Okay. And here's your tape. Now, of course, you can, if you want, just flashbang them, and then very carefully you can run through here and kind of dodge them and escape. That's totally fine. But there is a prize right here for Jill. I think some powder if you don't. So I would recommend, okay, then here's the part where I jump. I actually did that earlier, a little too early. Okay. So now I have his voice print, or his tape, and then you get all these guys. Which you can pretty much ignore if you want. Here's the voice print. Gonna combine this with your tape player.
Open sesame.
Haha.
All I wanted to know was what the documents were doing in your office in the first place.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm goddamn Nathaniel Bard. I'm the best biologist you'll ever meet.
That was very well done by Capcom. Capcom's like, you know, we're going to have him toot his own horn here a little, like an egotist. Not saying he doesn't deserve bragging rights, being whatever the greatest biologist or whatever, but
He's been shot.
Shit. And the vaccine?
I'm looking.
Look harder. There's gotta be a computer, right?
now if you go back in this room with Jill, she realizes that this is Nikolai's handiwork. That Nikolai must have been who was used to do that. And they're pretty smart, making sure you have at least one open slot there for the item, because they know you have to use the tape.
Is it here?
Now we have the necessary
All right, Joe.
component for healing Jill.
D, I got it.
Good. I'm headed your way.
Be careful.
Careful. Have you seen this town? It'll be a fucking miracle if I get there in one piece.
So yeah, that's one thing. If even hardcore Resident Evil fans, enthusiasts who insist that the originals are superior in every way to these modern 3D remakes, have to admit that the voice acting is considerably better in these games. He's gonna kill me. Now if you don't kill him, sometimes he'll catch up with you right before you're reaching the end here and screw things up for you. There's one that comes through there when you're Jill, and for some reason he's about 2 times weaker than your average hunter. You can kill him with just a quick zap. Now I want to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff before this next part happens. The next part is pretty fun. You get to kill wave after wave of zombies, and you know, it's fun. With the normal machine gun having no infinite ammo weapons, it's a task to manage your ammo and stuff. Of course, with infinite weapons and a good machine gun here, it's significantly easier. But it's not easy. This next part is not easy. Having more grenades would be better. There are little weapons dumps there that make it slightly easier.
Better grab some gear. Sounds like there's a lot of them out there.
And I don't mind having several of those. I really don't know how necessary they're going to be, but here we go.
Okay, now the fun shit.
Now, I've heard people say you want to make sure to keep moving all the time in this level. I don't know if that would be for, you know, hardcore mode or whatever, but I actually find that keeping a relatively stationary posture sometimes helps, not always. What you're really doing, though, is making sure that the door doesn't get hit a whole bunch. I don't know why I just did that, because it's pretty much useless. Here in a second, the lights are going to go out, and then you have to go through this door. And then all of these grenades. No, they didn't. Perhaps. Great. I've officially lost control of the situation.
Now I just gotta clean up.
Okay, yeah. What the hell? Okay. Not my best run on that. Usually I try to save one grenade so that when they come through there, I can blow a whole bunch of them. It's very satisfying to kind of just blow a whole bunch of them up at once.
Not even close. But at least it's over.
And that's like the most, I think that's the most I've been bitten and knocked around by them in this level.
That seems the real deal.
Okay, so now she's healed. And here's where you decide if you're going to be using the Magnum or in Nest, or if you're going to be using other means to defeat some of these bosses. That's your rapid fire. Okay. Now this next part can be kind of tough. It can be kind of a mean part of the game. There's a reward for beating it in 5 minutes, and I'm talking about the warehouse room where you see Nikolai. And your objective here is to get your Magnum if you want. Now if you don't want the Magnum, then in this part you can really just lockpick the door and be done with it. It's really that easy. You can go right out the door, hit the pick, and so that's great for speed running if you've decided you're just going to use a handgun or something to that effect with the last boss. Now, the last boss really isn't that hard. The hardest boss in this game is the third instance of Nemesis when you're in the arena. But the last boss, depending on the level of difficulty, isn't really that hard.
Right. Guess I'm not talking you out of this.
He can.
I've lost contact with Carlos, so expect trouble.
Now, of course, Carlos gets all kinds of the ammo for his machine gun. Where that was, you will find other ammo. Depending on how many people he took out here is how many you're going to have to face. So yeah, I'm sure there's somebody here, right here. Oh, and her, I didn't go left before with Carlos because there's this. So he can't open it, it's just kind of a waste of time, but she can open it. And what you're doing is collecting mag ammo for your final prize in this part, which is the mag. You get, it's down there actually, it's right there. That's the mag, the Magnum. Looks like a Desert Eagle hand cannon, something like that. And it is super powerful gun. Now, I don't think I left anything in here for her. Or no, this is actually, there's the explosives. Now,
This looks like Nikolai's work.
you can see she is identifying Nikolai as the obvious assassin here. Or Bard. And she's probably right. Nikolai is going around cleaning up for Umbrella. And of course you can make mag ammo, and so if you kind of make an effort here to concentrate on the mag ammo, here's the spot I was talking about. If you leave all the, you have what are there, three grenades and three flashbangs there. If you decide to leave them, then they'll be there for Jill. Now, Jill can roll, but she obviously doesn't have the super punch attack, so you do have to be slightly more careful with her. And I don't think, you can't go get that from here. I don't think there's any way to, so I just kind of took a wrong turn there. I need to go up the stairs here. Huh. Now I was playing this. Wait, what's happening? Okay. Just trying to roll and then, oh no, kind of got caught up in it there. Okay. So yeah, there are prizes. So of course, I've chosen to get the Magnum. Otherwise, you can just run straight through. This place is good if you have limited fanny packs. Now, I unlocked the extra fanny packs. I bought them, I should say. No, you don't unlock it. You unlock the shop. After that, you're just using points you've achieved in the game to unlock items. So I I bought the 2 extra fanny packs. So when you get there, you have that. So, and that helps. It helps considerably. That's where you can crawl, but I don't want to do that just yet. I actually want to go into the linen room to get that prize before I go back, because there are prizes here. Okay. There's this one that only she can open. And I was going to mention that before, that, here I'm going the wrong way again. I really kind of didn't like this game to begin with because of how hard the game is. It's really, really hard. Now you want those gunpowders. They're worth it all the time. It's never going to be bad to go out of your way to get more gunpowders for flame rounds. You don't want to go through there. I actually want to go this way and backtrack so that I can crawl. Here's where you get the Magnum. And so, after unlocking that shop though, I just pretty much totally fell in love with this game, and it became one of my favorites of all time. They really made... Guaranteed to give you a headache. They really make you want those upgrades. They make you work for them, and then they make you want them. So when you unlock that shop, like I said, it's good to get some stuff out of it. Let's see, there's a health, a red herb in the emergency entrance. Now right here is the easier bad guy for whatever reason. Am I going the right way? Yeah. He's right here. See that? Now if I would have got him on the first shot, then it would have killed him on the first shot. But that's a one-shot hunter, for whatever reason. Just kind of thrown in there. And here's your next part. I have the Magnum. I have some Magnum rounds. And I'm about to go through the warehouse area that leads to Nest 2.
This must be the way in front.
And honestly, I think the hardest part of this next level are the dogs. The dogs just suck. They are fast, they get up in your face, they attack you. Yeah. Other than that, this next part can be pretty easy.
No one in the hospital ever noticed all this.
But here you're getting fuses to catch up with Nikolai, and of course he escapes you, at least at first, because he's slimy. And here we go. Now there's an extra fanny pack here, which by this point in the game you will have desperately needed. You really need those fanny packs. and there are no more uses for the lockpick at this point in the game. You have used the lockpick as much as it's going to be used. So I have all these discardable items here, which are just kind of slowing down my item count here. Okay. And now, what do I need here? I think it helps to have some. Okay, now you got acid rounds. Let's see, normal handgun rounds. What do I usually use? I think I use the shotgun here primarily. So there we go. I saved the Lightning Hawk for the end boss. I'm going to trigger this guy now. Why not? Then you go and you try to use the elevator, but it's been rigged. Rigged to blow. Oh.
I must admit, I respect your tenacity, but I'm afraid our game's ending here.
You think this is over?
This level was well thought out because it has the appearance of a little, just your innocent little, just an innocent little room. You know, it's harmless. But then when you first get here, it really has the effect of being a maze, and it is. It's a maze. And I learned to do that from several instances of frustration with those dogs. Is right when you get that explosion, get ready to dash so that you're over here, and then spin. And then they're going to be kind of congealing around that area there, and you can whack them. Otherwise, those dogs will Doberman pinch your ass to death. It's partly the confined area. I love that gun so much. It is just one of my favorite things of all. Is the Beretta.
Dead end. No, wait.
But yeah, the voice acting is so much better in these games, and really, they took care of it quick. You know, we're talking about a game that was in the early '90s, the most comically horrible voice acting of all time, right? And then by 98, 99, when Code Veronica was coming out, I think is when that came out, it had some of the best voice acting in any video games. Like, it really did have amazing voice acting. Now, some runners are going to skip this, but I insist, because speeding up the reloading process on your shotgun is actually very useful. I don't see why people skip that so much, but it does shave seconds off your time if you're paying close attention to that. And but when you have infinite weapons, of course, you probably shouldn't care too much about that. You know, you're not going to be caring too much. So so it's not going to matter. And honestly, you can use the Beretta for the end boss. You don't have to use, but part of the reason, of course, that I want to use the, there's the ladder. Part of the reason I want to use the Desert Eagle is because it's just immediate. You know, you hit the blob and then they're done. Great crowd control weapon there. I'll come in and get some prizes. Love it. You know, Resident Evil for me is not a horror game. It's a gun game with endless upgrades. And the biggest appeal of the game for me is the endless upgrades that you get. All of the... It really is incentive. I love it. So, like 5. 5 has a really excellent upgrade system. It has money. At first you feel like you really are just robbing Africa of its prized jewels and stuff. But then you realize that it's the game balance that's allowing you to constantly upgrade everything. And it really is rewarding. It's an extremely fun, rewarding experience to constantly pick up the money. And same with 4. I think that is the best part, where people were saying 4 wasn't really Resident Evil and it's not the same and everything. Well, it has arguably less puzzles, but it definitely, where it lacks in horror, it makes up for in content. The content is bizarre and creative, and it's just really fun. So 6, I think, kind of dropped the ball on the upgrade system. I think the balance of the game is where the upgrades are kind of in the back, and they're not as much. They're just not as big of a deal in my mind. But in 5, and especially in 4, the upgrades are just, they're everything. Okay, now, this part, you can just carry all your crap with you because there's a place coming up to dump it off. Okay, I think there's an upgrade, and plus you're going to have 3 slots free here. And so, and this part, you can run right past these bad guys if you want to. So here, they're going to stand up. See? Now he's just going to walk away. Now if you want to run past all of them, then they will all just walk away. But you might get one hit from one of those little tentacle monster things there, the tentacle parasite monsters. But other than that, you can just run past those 3 guys. Once you get onto that platform, they'll all start walking away from you.
Shit, he got away. What was he doing in here?
Okay, so now we've got him there. You got your crate. And of course, when you start playing Resident Evil games, you start to just, you know, rip through. You end up ripping through all of the menus. You get so used to it that you're just kind of instinctively ripping through them. This next part is easier with the Magnum, but it's more costly because you're going to end up with way less rounds in case you want to use the Magnum in that last fight. So I think now, well, there is a place. Actually, no, there's a place to do this once you get to Nest 2. Now here's where he dies.
Find the vaccine up ahead.
Here's also where you can do the Jill's a retard run to actually outrun the nerd dude. So if you want, you can... See?
Sure you don't need to stop?
Stop and do what? I got your back.
See?
All right, let's get this done.
Now you can actually get in front of him pretty quick. I went to the right instead of the left, but yeah. Now he's dead, and the bad guy, the Nemesis guy, is now kind of watching you from afar. Here's your new save place, and there's stuff here. You get your extra large gunpowder. Get a little thing on nest and a map. Okay. And I'm going to save it once because my kids are about to come home, and I'm gonna quit just for a moment here. I probably won't save it again after this. Alright, it's quite a bit later now, but I'm going to go ahead and finish this, get more of it done. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Like I said earlier though, there's a death recorded on here, so my chance of getting a decent grade beating this is pretty low. Okay, 5 says get the vaccine. Okay. The seemingly immortal creature that's pursuing her. Alright. Oh, that's weird. It's kind of running in a jittery fashion, which isn't normal. Let's see if it figures that out. I might have accidentally run something in the background. I have a couple keyboards sitting out, and sometimes I'll accidentally manipulate things and mess things up here unintentionally. Now you can go through there and get a couple of items if you really want. I just kind of avoid that area. I mean, it's just it's one of those situations where you might spend more bullets than what you would get shooting the zombies. That's what you're coming in for, is the little key card, but there's also a instruction manual here for the vaccine synthesis, and more importantly, some high-grade powder there, and bullets. So, now the shotgun is very helpful here. I have a sputter going on, and I when I checked this system before I played, I noticed a like a browser window was open, which had no business being open. I don't know what's up with that. It would seem that my shots are being like kind of deflected by these black bag things here, which are obviously shrunk wrapped action figure style BOWs there. That just took, you know, bullet sponge amounts of abuse there in a ridiculous fashion. Okay. Now the main thing you're wanting here is at the top of these steps. You know, no one's watching my videos now. I've considered that it was because I'm, you know, changing proverbial horses midstream. Doing so many different types of content has kind of deflected viewers. Like I do guitar content, music, and some video games on the same channel. And so I think maybe I have, I don't know, kind of driven off potential viewers. I have considered that I might have been banned just for using that horrific word vegan, which you can't use. You know, vegans are, you know, deficient. Yeah. Anyway, then I have to go this way. And of course, there are 100. I'm not even getting that, because that's a joke. The acid rounds are a joke. There is no reason to even pick up those acid rounds. You better to save your space in your inventory. The health is obviously useful. And as I said, this is more to show what an older system can handle with the right kind of graphics card, the right kind of RAM and processor and everything, or at least, you know, relatively good combinations of those things. Of course, a faster processor would be better here. Now I'm looking at kind of a situation here where I don't have much shotgun rounds left. And it's where if I were to use the little companion, then I would get more rounds. So I'm going to backtrack for a moment, even though it's waste time. I'm not speed running. I'm going to go get more shotgun rounds. That way I'm not getting shredded by these hunters. Oh wait, it's actually this one went the wrong way down the hallway here. Now one thing I haven't unlocked yet is killing a certain number of bad guys with flame rounds. I haven't really done that one yet. So and looking at this, I've got a lot of potential here. So I could do these two, and two of those would be Magnum ammo. I'll do that, and then I can do all of these together just to get a lot more stuff. There we go. So we'll do shotgun rounds. We'll do magnum rounds, and we'll do flame rounds. There you go. But yeah, you can unlock. That's one thing left over to unlock that I haven't done yet, is the kill such and such number of bad guys with flame rounds, which I haven't done yet. And one of these days I will, but I'm so used to using the flame rounds to you know, to completely massacre the third boss here I'm about to fight, to the point where I'm not comfortable going at him without a bunch of flame rounds. So it's one of those things where it's going to take a really careful balance to figure out exactly what to do there. Now these guys, I can usually handle them with a shotgun, but they're pretty tough. I think you get 3 of them, at least on standard difficulty. You get 3 hunters shredding you, and so yeah, I shotgun them, but sometimes it doesn't work. I have used magnum, but the magnum is pretty good in this part, especially right here. What you do if you don't have the magnum is get real close. Great, yeah. So yeah. Now there's another one in there, and just give her the nice shotgun. At least a couple of times I've run in here and totally forgotten to get this. Now you have the vaccine. And I think that's everything in this room. Oh no, actually there's gunpowder right there. You don't want to miss anything, because the boss fight here, he is a masterfully evil butt munch, and once you're getting ready to face him, you really gotta clinch up and take him down. He's the toughest fight in the whole game. Is the boss fight, not this room. This room is pretty bad. There. How bad was that? So, I'm about to fight the hardest guy in the entire game, at least in standard mode. Now, in hardcore mode, he's bad, but I don't know if I would go... He's still not harder. The last boss still isn't harder in hardcore mode. I'll go ahead. This is kind of wasting time, because there is another one of these right before you fight him, but just whatever. Okay, so I wish I had more A's, because yeah. But anyway, the best thing, you know, against this boss, and you for the most part, is flame rounds. They seem to do great. If you want to have some fun, then the mine rounds can actually be pretty fun against him too. So yeah, here we go. What am I doing? I gotta go upstairs. But yeah, the flame rounds are very useful against him here. And really, you know, just kind of dousing him with flame rounds gets the job done pretty fast. So this one is, okay. It's mid, high, low. Pretty sure that's what it always is. Mid, high, low. So you go mid, high, low. There you go. And you have created the world-saving vaccine, which they won't let you have. Okay, you grab it. This triggers the next part. So I'm gonna just skip that. Then you're running, you go here. Now there's a couple of scenes you get to kind of deal with here that are just cinematic. You're crawling with him, you know, like grabbing onto your ankle or whatever. Here we go. Skip that. There we go. Hold up. Basically what you do here. And explosion, skip that. Alright, here we go. This is right before Nikolai steals the vaccine, and then you have to fight the burglar. And he's a little turd burglar. Now I'm going out here, but I'm going to go right back in to get ready for everything, because there's 3 flame rounds there. I like to make sure to have as many flame rounds as I can for this part. Okay, so I'm just going to throw everything in here. The shotgun is useful against the zombies. What's happening here? You're dumped into an acid wash zone, like not acid wash like, you know, Cool Jeans, but acid wash like disposing of things that you know, they don't want anymore, I guess. Disposing of carcasses or monsters or whatever. So and if you look here, look at how many flame rounds I have. We have 18, what is that? 24, 32, 36 flame rounds, not counting what's in the thing already. It is plenty of flame rounds. As long as I don't miss too much. And there's another. So it's effectively an arsenal of flame rounds. And I'm just going to comically fill this whole thing with flame rounds. I mean, you really can. You can just you can mow him down with flame rounds. As I said earlier, though, if you want to have some fun, you can also bring in some. And actually, you don't even need the handgun for this part. You can bring in some mine rounds, which I only have 5 here. There might be 6 already in the launcher. And there's no reason to hold back. After this, I mean directly after this, is the main boss fight. You're just running to it, and then you're in the fight. So there is no reason to hold back. you can bring out your whole arsenal of everything you've got saved up, other than what you plan on facing the final incarnation of the Nemesis monster with. So I'm going to be using the Lightning Hawk against him, and I'll probably go ahead and take my handgun too, just in case for whatever reason I run out of Lightning Hawk rounds. But so for this, I'm going to go ahead and just, for safety, I'm going to take more health. Now you're going to have one space open because the vaccine is taken by Nikolai, and you can't go to this next part without the vaccine. It doesn't work. I've tried. I was like, well, what would happen if at this part I come up to this cinema with no vaccine? And it will not let you store the vaccine. You have to have it to go to this. Here we go. Okay, it's mine rounds. Just like with the running around in a circle battle, seems to be his little thing. He will yell before he goes on his little running rampage.
Jill, is that you?
Here we go. He's yelling. Probably should have just ran out of the way and let him trample that zombie, because he does that sometimes. Okay.
Here comes some more.
Oh crap. Haha. Okay. There.
Chill! Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
I'm gonna skip this. Now what I just did was not how it's really meant to be done. You're supposed to like you're supposed to fight with him by shooting the little lights in front underneath him, and then Carlos ends up coming in and doing damage. What I did was killing him by, you know, damage rather than following through that little procedure. So, but yeah, you can do the procedure if you want to, obviously. No big whoop. I do kind of wish I had more of these high grades, because I'd make more Magnum ammo. It seems like I really don't have as much Magnum ammo as what I would want for this, but so for this one, I'm just going to want my Lightning Hawk, and I'll go ahead and use my Samurai Edge. And whatever health I have left, I'm going to take just in case I screw up a little bit, which is probably going to happen. This hasn't been my best run ever of this game. But, okay, so here we go. I'm going to kill this monster. Down there. That's the place you fight him. Now, probably the easiest way to deal with him. Okay, first you come back and you light this thing up. I'm not sure aiming really does anything. But it might. Now he's going to fall, and I run to the very furthest one and push that in. And then you actually have time to do 2 of these in this. Now on hardcore mode, it doesn't give you this much time in between his fatigue rounds. So it's a little harder.
I'm gonna put you right back on track.
Okay. And there we go. That's it.
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
Again, I'm not 100% sure aiming does anything in this part. Now, you could feel like you want to skip this, but you're actually required to walk up and kill him here.
Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
But you can skip this part. There we go. Game's over. Now all I have to do is shoot Nikolai, and I guess you can not shoot him and it will like ruin the game, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to finish the game. You can also do the Jill's got to take a dump run here and get through this hallway 1 second faster. There we go. And I'm gonna skip the ending. I'm not gonna ruin the ending for you. Okay, so you can do all that on your own. Okay, now let's see. I'm sure I got like a B or a C or something terrible like that because I died. Let's see. I got a B. Okay, I would have gotten an A or an S had I not died that one time. Oh, it says death's 0, so I don't know why it says death's 0. Now, if I got, I think it's 2.5 hours to get an S plus on standard, if I'm not mistaken. You can go in and look. So let's see. Let's go ahead and look real quick. Go to bonuses, and actually I think you go to story and results, and there you go. Okay, so if I go to light up standard, you can see that the clear time requirements for an S are 2 hours and 5 or less saves. An A is 2 hours with as many saves as you want, and a B, which is what I got, is anything under 4 hours. Assisted tacks on a half hour, and hardcore is 145. So I've gotten an S rating. There's my S rating clear time, 157.59. So yeah, now I can go up to bonuses and go into the shop, and let's see if I actually, yeah, I got 21.6. So 21,600 points, and that's enough to get the Radeon lightning gun, which I don't have yet. It's the only item so far other than the infinite rocket launcher that I don't have. So I'll go ahead and, why not? I'll go ahead and buy that. There we go. So that's one complete round of Resident Evil 3 Remake. Thanks for watching.